U.S. military carried out massive...
So this is a reaction video from my channel. I don't know how to do it on the computer. I'm sorry, I'm not computer literate like the other people that have channels on YouTube. So this is how I'm going to do it. So now, President, of course, Big Brother has come to the rescue of the Zionist regime, as we all expected. This is just something we knew what was going to happen, and it's the only way that the regime can do what they want to do. They have to have Big Brother come in and blow it all up, and then the Zionist regime comes in afterwards and turns it into Gaza, basically, and holds their hands up in the air, telling them how great they are to each other, and that's what they do. They take over the country.
Precision strikes on the three key nuclear facilities.
I wanted to dissect his words for you. Okay, just listen to his words, man. It's like they're talking about themselves and they're putting it on Iran, but everything he says is basically what they do. They're the ones that do. Just listen to him.
In the Iranian regime, Fordo, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise.
Horribly destructive. The whole thing, the whole time has been inspected, thoroughly looked at, pulled apart. Because they will make sure that there is no weapons grade situation. Most of their stuff is sent, they send over the plutonium or something to another country, and then that country sends back the rods, which they use for power, nuclear power. At no time do they have weapons. They don't have any, there's no 90% that they need to, to get it up to that grade to make it into a weapon.
Our objective was the
They're fully
destruction
inspected.
of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight I can report...
I can't believe he made that statement. The #1's world's thing for terrorism. Like look at the guy, and he represents the Zionist regime. Like you look at Gaza, you look at the rest of the world, they're bombing everything. Lebanon, Beirut, they're into every country over there, killing brown people everywhere over there. Okay, it's just hypocritical.
To the world,
hypocrites.
that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East.
Okay, so he has just said that their entire nuclear thing has been blown up, okay? So they have achieved their goal. That's what you would basically think at this point, because that's what they went in there for, right? Was to get rid of all of these nasty factories, and, they're going to do all this, and so now they've destroyed it. But you watch what they do to the country after this day. You watch how much they absolutely obliterate the whole fucking thing, the whole country, sorry for swearing. And they will absolutely, like every hospital, everything will be bombed. It'll be a Gaza situation. They're not just going to walk away. They're not just going to go, okay, we've destroyed the nuclear capabilities now, we can go home. It doesn't work that way.
I'll make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier.
Right. So he's just stated right there, right? They're so much hypocrite, these people. In one sentence, he's telling them that, we've bombed all the nuclear rah-rah, and in the next one, if you don't, well, you heard what he said, right? It's going to be a lot more worse if you don't come to the peace deal. What is there to peace about? You have destroyed everything, right? So now you want to take over the country, and if they don't agree to it, you're just going to bomb the shit out of it. And that's basically what he means by what he just said, okay?
For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel.
Now, come on, guys. The Zionist regime has been calling for the bombing of Iran for fucking 40 years. They're such hypocrites. They are the ones that have been calling to bomb. You can go right back and watch Netanyahu when he still had hair. He still had hair, guys. He's a politician in his own country, rah-rah, for the last 30-something years. He's been saying this the entire time he's been in power. that we need to bomb Iran. They're only a month away. They're only 6 weeks away from creating the big bomb, right? So we need to do it now.
Killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu.
When did he decide? Exactly when did he decide that he's not going to put up with what another foreign country is doing, rah, 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 rah? You know what I mean?
We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before.
Him and Bibi work like a team, ladies and gentlemen. They're a team, okay? They're a team. Him and Bibi, okay? The Zionist regime are a team. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this guy here has received only $3 million in campaign donations. That's it. It doesn't cost a lot to buy this shit. It doesn't cost a lot to buy a Ted Cruz. Go and have a look at their AIPAC donations, and you'll find out how cheap it is to buy a senator, how cheap it is to get hold of a president, to do whatever you want. Now, don't forget, the Americans pay for everything. The American taxpayers pay for all of this. They're not going to pay for anything. You're going to pay for the rebuilding of Israel. You are going to pay. Not only that, you are going to have to invade all of these countries to keep your power, to get those resources, to empty the banks of the gold, because that's the first thing you're going to do when you land in the country. Is you're going to go straight to the banks. Abso-freaking-lutely, and you will empty the bank vaults. That's the first thing you want, is the gold. And then you'll go after the oil. It'll be exactly like Iraq. And then you'll want to put the country into debt for rebuilding what you destroyed. It's exactly the same playbook.
And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military.
Now, let's get this into perspective, viewers. You know, Israel bombed Iran. They are the ones that did their preemptive strike. So in other words, they're saying to you, we can just bomb another country if we feel like it. If we feel in danger, we're just going to bomb them anyway, whether you like it or not. And they're the ones that, you know what I mean, they are started it.
Wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said,
That's exactly right, Mr. President, an attack. That's exactly what it was, an attack. Okay? You know, there was no... Iran is not anything to America. And they keep calling them regime. Mate, it has 87 million people in Iran. And you have how many millions of people in Israel? Okay, so who is the regime? Okay, who's the one that's going to come in and bomb the shit out of everything? You know what I mean?
Not continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are...
And the only way you're going to get your tragedy, Mr. fucking President, is if you send your men in there. If you make the American taxpayer pay for the bombs. If you pay for the fuel. You have to pay, Mr. President. Mr. fucking... the Zionist regime doesn't pay a dime. It doesn't pay anything. The Zionist regime will be sitting there back with their barbecue, mate, watching the bombs explode, fucking celebrating. And they'll be saying to themselves, we need to resettle that. We need to get a settlement on that land straight away, okay?
Many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal.
So there are many targets left, but we just got the ones we did tonight. There are many targets left, Okay, so they're not going to stop. There's no way that this is going to end here. This is going to explode. And if the other countries don't step in, the other Arab countries don't step in, is because they've been paid off. They've got some kind of deal going on, an agreement with the Zionist, because they have to fly over all of that airspace to get to Israel. Okay, they've got to fly over all of those different countries to get to them. So they're all protecting them. The UK is in another country with their guided missiles, and as soon as Iranian missiles come over, they bomb everything. Okay, they blow them out of the sky. So they're protecting them.
But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill.
Do you hear that? You hear that? So what's blackmail? If you don't come to the table and do what we want and sign the deal, we are just going to fucking annihilate your entire country. I've been telling people this forever from the start of this video. These people are absolute hypocrites. They have no intentions of signing whatever and keeping the deal at all. While these people are at the table with you discussing everything and signing everything, they will bomb your country. They will fucking destroy it in a preemptive strike. And then when you leave the meeting and you go back to your hotel, yeah, they will kill everybody in the room. They will absolutely, they've already done it beforehand. They've killed the people that came to the meeting. Okay, the Zionists did. They killed them. So you want to sign a deal with these people? How can you trust anything they say? Anything at all. Because they've got no credibility in the world left, and the only ones at the table are the Zionists. They're all Zionist, mate.
Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight. Not even close. There's never been
There's no military that wants to do it. There's no other military that's going to go there and go, yeah, we're Zionist and we need to destroy another country because, you know, that guy over there is in fear. Okay, he's been in fear for 40 fucking years, and we give him $3 billion a year for the last 40 years. So I don't know how many billions of dollars that is that you fund. The taxpayer, the American taxpayer, has given Israel. It's a fucking joke, bro. You are paying for everything in Israel.
Military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon, and I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say we love you, God, and we love our great military.
Yeah, I don't know what God you're fucking preaching to, but it ain't the God of the Christians, bro. It really is not the God of the Christians. I don't know what God you follow.
Protect them. God bless the Middle East, God bless Israel, and God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, all you're going to get now is perpetual war, as you could already presume. I don't know whether those other Islamic countries around there are going to allow it. Okay, I don't know whether they're going to stick up for Israel or what they're going to do with Israel, or, you know, if they're going to go in there and help them or help Iran. But either way, mate,
a short time ago, the U.S. military
what it means for me and you is just absolute it's not good for our lives. Petrol, groceries, transportation, that's all going to skyrocket with these people, and they're going to destroy another country. They'll turn it into Gaza. They will turn Iran into Gaza. They will take over the banking system, put it onto the petrodollar. They will try and destroy the BRICS foundation, you know, the BRICS, yeah. That's what they want to, they want to destroy it because it's going to take them off the petrodollar. And if you stop using the petrodollar, then these people lose their power. They can't just print money for nothing, okay? So this is not good for us, and it's terrible for the Iranian people. You've got 87 million people in Iran, and these people are going to destroy the country. And if you don't do it, if you don't sign on the peace deal what we want, we're going to destroy it. Now, their demands at the peace table are huge, Huge, viewer. They don't just let them walk away scot-free, okay? Like, you are going to, the country itself is going to be in debt for the war. They'll charge the country. They'll charge for the rebuilding of everything and taking over the government. They have already selected the new Iranian president. They've already selected him, viewer. He's a little Egyptian, whatever, I don't know, a little brown guy, and he's shaking hands with both Trump and Ned and Bibi, and they are ready to install him into Iran. So they want to change the government. Can you imagine another government coming to your country and telling you, oh no, we don't like your government, you need to change your government, and we've got a guy right here, he's just perfect for the job, okay? He's going to do exactly what we think that your country should do. I find it just, these people are warmongering, the Satanists, mate. In the highest term. They used to call them the Nazis, right? The Third fucking Reich and all of that, mate. Relate it back to these people, because these Zionists are the actual real, Nazis's, without any doubt whatsoever. Have a look at Gaza. Have a look at this. Have a look at the crap. I told you, man. Once they start flooding the social media with the Israel being bombed. Oh look, they bombed a hospital. There's innocent people in there. People on ICU. Did you listen to that shit? They have fucking, man, but that's exactly what they needed over there to turn the tide of public, because Americans aren't exactly, they've got an 8-second attention span, an American, right? Well, most humans really, 8 seconds, that's it, buddy. So anyway, that's my reaction to this. I think we're in a lot of strife right now, and good luck with everybody, and yeah, we'll see you next time.